So I finished Sleeping Dogs last night and I thought I'd review it. So for those of you that don't know Sleeping Dogs, it's a sandbox style game but set in Hong Kong, so likes of GTA or Saints Row. So I played mine on the PS3, but it is also available on the Xbox and the PC. The storyline of this game, it follows a guy named Wei Shen. He's an undercover cop. He joins a triad called the Sun On Yee in Hong Kong to try to bring it down. In the gang, he obviously has to prove himself and is subject to the gang's politics and their relationship with rival gangs and stuff like that. It was a good story. It kept me entertained all the way through. It wasn't great. It kind of just hit all the points that these types of games do hit. What I think the game missed, which could have been in the storyline that they touched upon a bit, was the kind of psychological aspect of Wei being a police officer and being undercover, doing things that he believes in his code are morally wrong, but for the greater good. So they kind of touched upon it in some points, but I don't think they expanded it that well. Also the relationship between him coming back to Hong Kong and what happened there with his family and moving away and stuff, that they didn't explore it as well as they could have. They could have made this storyline move from being good to absolutely brilliant by exploring this more. This game is set on Hong Kong Island. It uses the same locations as the real Hong Kong, but obviously it's compressed a bit to fit in to make the map size good. And I think the map size was absolutely great. It wasn't too small that you kind of remembered everywhere and it was fast to get from one side to the other, but it wasn't too large where every single setting is a different place and you don't recognize anything for most of the time. So the map size was great for this. The art style and graphics of this game mixed with the actual setting of Hong Kong was actually brilliant. I love the atmosphere that this game created of Hong Kong. It felt like the real Hong Kong. I think I was there a couple of years ago. But yeah, the atmosphere this created felt like the real Hong Kong. It was beautiful and it was just, I think, a great setting overall because it's quite a different place than most of the American cities that like GTA and stuff are set in. And because it's so different, made it feel like a fresh experience in the sandbox genre. So the mission variety in this game is pretty standard. You go through your regular kind of car chase missions, on foot chase missions, kind of escort missions. There's some hacking mini games and stuff to do. Completing these missions gets you points in an RPG style leveling style system. So when you level up, you get points in either your triad, police or face score, and from there you can unlock better combat moves and stuff like that to improve your game. I think that's a great system for all games to pick up, is kind of an RPG leveling system, because it encourages you to keep on playing and leveling up. Combat in this game focuses on two types: hand-to-hand combat and gunplay. Hand-to-hand is obviously the forefront. The combat style is very similar to that of Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and I think that's a great system. That's my favourite actually melee system ever, I think. But it's not as free-flowing this game as Batman. I don't think it is as good. It makes up for it. It has very brilliant environmental kills where you can take people and shove them in vans or smash them in car doors and stuff like that. That's the great part about this system, but it's not as good as Batman, but it's still a great focus for this game. The next is the gunplay combat of this game. I think it's very mediocre. It does its job, but it doesn't do anything really innovative to improve the game experience past the other sandbox games in the genre. One of the great things about this game is there is so much things to do around the city other than the main story missions. It's hard to get from point A to point B without being like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that instead. You always see something which is interesting to do. So it keeps you playing after the game is finished, after you finish the main story, and it keeps you entertained. Things like collectibles, you got side missions, police side missions, you can go on dates, you can upgrade like your health shines, you can eat food. There's lots of different things you can do in the game which just keeps you entertained. Sadly, this game doesn't have a multiplayer aspect, but it does have a kind of auto log feature where whenever you do things or complete things, it compares on your friends list who else has done that, if they've done it in a faster time than you, and you can continually compete. And it pops up in a corner of your screen, so it's always there annoying you saying so and so did that. I only had one other person on my friends list playing this game at the same time, so I couldn't completely compete with a lot of other people, but If you have more friends playing this game, it would be a lot of fun. Definitely improves on the lasting appeal of this game. So in conclusion, I give this game a 3.5 out of 5. It's a very solid game. It's very fun, and I recommend it to anyone that's interested in this kind of thing. In comparison to games that have come out this gen which I've played that are similar, I would give a GTA a 2 out of 5. Yes, I didn't really like it that much. And Red Dead Redemption a 4 out of 5. So that gives you kind of a comparison of how I think it is compared to the other games. So that's the end of my review. If you enjoyed this, please like it, and you can subscribe up there. Yeah,